The disastrous military events which have happened in France during the last fortnight have not come to me with any sense of surprise. Indeed, I told the House of Commons, as you may remember, almost exactly a fortnight ago that the worst possibilities were open. And I made it perfectly clear that whatever happened in France would make no difference to the resolve of Britain and the British Empire to fight on. As I said then, if necessary for years, if necessary alone, during the last few days we have successfully brought off the great majority of the troops we had on the line of communication in France. And 7/8 of all the troops we have sent to France since the beginning of the war, that is to say, about 350,000 out of 400,000 men, are safely back in this country. Others are still fighting with the French. We have also brought back a great mass of stores, rifles, and munitions of all kinds, which had been accumulated in France during the last 9 months. We have therefore in this island today a very large and powerful military force. This force includes all our best trained troops and our finest troops, including scores of thousands of those who have already measured their quality against the Germans and found themselves at no disadvantages. We have under arms at the present time in this island over 1.25 million men. Behind this we have the local defense volunteers numbering 500,000, only a portion of whom, however, are not armed with rifles or other firearms. We have incorporated into our defense forces every man for whom we have a weapon. We expect very large additions of our weapons in the near future. And in preparation for this, we intend forthwith to call up, drill, and train further large numbers. Those who are not called up or else are employed upon the vast business of munition production in all our branches, and their ramifications are innumerable. Those who are not so employed or required will serve their country best by remaining at their ordinary work until they receive their summons. We have also over here diminution armies. The Canadians had actually landed in France, but have now been safely withdrawn. They were much disappointed, but in perfect order with all their artilleries and equipment. And these very high-class forces from the Dominions will now take part in the defense of mother country. Last account I have given of these large forces we have in this country should raise the question, why did they not intervene in the battle in France? I must take it clear that apart from the divisions training and organizing at home, only 12 divisions were equipped to fight upon a scale which justified their being sent abroad. And this was fully up to the number which the French had been led to expect would be available at the 9 months of the war. The rest of our forces at home have a fighting value for home defense, which will, of course, steadily increase every week that passes. Thus, the invasion of Great Britain would at this moment require the transportation across the sea of hostile armies on a very large scale. And after they had been so transported, they would have to be continually maintained with all the immense masses of munitions and supplies which are required for continuous battle. As continuous battle it will surely be.